Now it's Strawman with a lead pass and a good one. Alex Killorn off the wing to Ryan Callahan. Fires, he scores! In and out in the blink of an eye, and Callahan fires it in to open the scoring.
Out so fast. They didn't even have a chance to move, but a good stretch pass. We've seen it not work as often as this. Look at that great pass right there by Killorn over to Callahan. And the power play strikes quickly.
Great job moving the puck up, and if you want to talk about freezing a goaltender, had half the net to shoot at.
Tyson Barrie shoots the puck in. Jarome Iginla playing it in behind the net, and it's centered out in front by Tanguay and taken over by Jonathan Drouin. And out he comes to center. 4 men at the line. Drouin leaving it. Boyle to Drouin shooting, and it's fired off of Nesterov, and the puck covered. And Carl injured in the Edmonton game. Here's a shot off the faceoff. Varlamov a save there. On the try by Steven Stamkos. But Victor Hedman able to make it back in the lineup. Here's a try the other way, and Bishop a blocker save.
Trade much of that for the one that got away. Game 7 here when he was with Calgary when the Bolts skated away with the Stanley Cup.
Thanks, Paul. Nice shoulder hit thrown by Anton Strawman on Gabriel Landeskog, the Avs captain. After 15 and a half years as a member of the Flames, Iginla's been on the move at the Pittsburgh, Boston last year now. As a member of the Avs, as Landeskog rattled one off the post.
Get a chance to have it go away.
That Tugnut game you talked about, Chief, I want to say that was the late 80s, early 90s. He made 70 saves against the Bruins. Here's a shot by Brad Stewart. They score! Bishop collided with in front as Barberio knocked into the goaltender. The Lightning maintain, and the officials are going to huddle up on this, but now the two refs. Now Iginla's the one who's and Strawman keeps him right there on the boards as the puck is cleared out by Paquette. Erik Johnson spreading things out as the Avs get their rush underway. Long pass for Talbot. He winds, shoots, and an easy save for Bishop. Pass deflects in the zone. Talbot playing it to the corner. Morrow, first man back for it. It's played ahead by Hedman. Erik Johnson comes across to try to hold up. Boyle, what a collision there. You can almost feel it up here in the press box. 232 meeting 244.
That was called for playing with a broken stick. You're kidding me.
McKinnon with a backhand try that missed the net. Tyler Johnson and Landeskog were tangled up well up ice, but we continue. Long pass to Kucherov. Avs changing. Kucherov waits. Fires. Varlamov way out to make the save. McKinnon gets to the puck. Centers off Bishop's stick. And Strawman just prevented Landeskog from making a play on that pass. Jan Hayden with a drive. That stopped it for a rebound. Bishop a save, and O'Reilly stopped him again. It's fed back to the point. O'Reilly circles. Feeds it side of the net. Back to O'Reilly. Shoots. He scores. Ryan O'Reilly finishing off the pass from Nathan McKinnon, and the game is tied at 1.
And the Colorado just did the reverse to them here in this period, and a big shot by O'Reilly to tie this hockey game, but they just had great puck movement, great puck retrieval as well. The Lightning really were caught back on their heels, really ready to start this game. That one might have even got a little bit off of Strawman's stick to help.
Filling in for the penalized Ryan Callahan. He and Iginla serving their major penalties. Filppula in for Stamkos, catching up to it at the goal line. Around the net he comes, and he tests Varlamov, who hung on to the post to make the save. Garrison a shot, and it's tipped off the glass by Drouin. They curl it back to Conley. He's got Killorn lurking in front. Paquette also on the scene. In fact, the puck is dropped for Cedric. Tipped in front. Killorn is stopped by Varlamov. He and Boyle in a big collision right just about at that spot near the penalty boxes in the first period. Johnson looks for Talbot. Pass tipped. He still got it. Shoots. Saved by Bishop. An easy cover there for the Lightning netminder. Filppula pulls up. Throws it back to the point. Hedman getting there, and he'll drive one. A save by Varlamov. gives Stamkos a little whack with a stick. Hedman walks in, and Varlamov once again outside the crease to make that save.
It's very tough to beat him without getting him moving side to side.
Speedy McKinnon catches up to that pass, got it on goal, and it's stopped, and the rebound ends up trailing wide with Strawman. Lightning scouts in town for mid-season meetings. Duchesne steps in front, feeding it off. Filppula is skating. He was occupying a player as Duchesne stopped by Bishop. Tried to wheel around for another chance. Left behind the Lightning net. And Bishop takes matters into his own hands, finds Brendan Morrow on the wing. The point, though, it's Barrie to hold it in. Then the slot, the shot on goal by Cleach and stopped by Bishop.
Colorado is much more aggressive on the puck carrier than they were in the first period, and they've really given the Lightning all they can handle here.
Hedman follows that play deep. Palat in tight. Fired it off Varlamov. He was actually at the goal line.
Opposite of the first period, Lightning having very few forays into the Colorado zone. This one here, he tried to, as you pointed out, Rick, bounce it off the pad to move it quickly. He did have an opening there as
Briere with a drive, and he fires it over Bishop. Comes back off the glass, dribbled away from Talbot, reaching out to Talbot in front, and Briere with a bouncing puck, chopped it wide. He's still got the puck. Got a Barrie shooting. Save Bishop gets a whistle.
That seems to be what they're trying to say, how you beat the Lightning is play a heavy game. Take them out every which way you can. Slow them down.
Briere is going to Cleach in there, and he's stopped by Bishop. A great save by Bishop. Marc-Andre Cleach alone, and Briere found him with a pass.
Wow. Boy, you need your goalie to come up with a big save. Bishop was tremendous in the last game, and keeping the Lightning close so they can come back and finally get that win.
Duchesne wins the faceoff, puck played in the corner, out of the reach of Callahan. From the point, Strawman shooting, he scores! Lightning grabbed the lead early in the third, 2-1.
Just a quick shot. Kind of a bad bounce and long play. Filppula just gets it back, and there's that quick shot. It might have hit the Colorado Avalanche stick right there to change direction a little bit, but it went underneath.
The Lightning in front on the Strawman goal. Nesterov backhands it in. Pass out of the reach of Gennon. He's able to retrieve it, but gave it up to Boyle. He turns and fires wide. Drouin right there. He shoots. A save by Varlamov. Droff cuts in, turns, picks up Palat. Just dribbled off his stick. He had an opportunity there. Works to keep it. Johnson in front. Going to find Palat now. Shoots, and it's blocked. A sprawling Hayda. Made the stop there. Kucherov turns. Fires. Save by a reaching, stretching Varlamov, and he'll cover the puck.
Wojciak. What your presence is in that room that really matters.
Doesn't matter if you can shave or not.
The old saying, wise beyond your years.
Erik Johnson on the attack, rumbling toward the net, got it on goal to save by Bishop. Kucherov and Erik Johnson, a big collision, and Johnson lost his stick. He's heading off to the Avs bench. Puck comes free, it's chopped to the point. Jan Hayda loads up, wrist shot knocked down by Bishop, and he got to the rebound to tap it away. Kelly, thanks very much, looking forward to it. A lot of hard work put in by the Lightning Foundation folks, as they always do. Colorado on the power play, it's set out in front. Bishop diving on top of the puck, and he covers it up. He'll take a drive, that's blocked by Tyler Johnson. Duchesne fights off a check, McKinnon has it, down to Barrie. Palat out there on him. McKinnon fires it. Saved by Bishop. Makes a stop on the rebound by Stewart. Dives out. Can he find the puck? The whistle blows. McGinley relays it. Barrie loads up. Fires. That's blocked by a wall of players in front of. Might have been Strawman. Worked in the slot. Avs have it. 12 seconds to go. Erik Johnson shooting. Saved by Bishop. Rebound in front. They score. It was jammed in on the rebound by Nathan MacKinnon with 6.8 seconds to go, and the game is tied at 2.
MacKinnon picks up his ninth at 19:53, and he's standing at the side there, and what happened is, it looked like Hedman had broken his stick. It was there without a stick, as you see there. Didn't have one, and he...
Droff. And Garrison Defensive tandem. Tanguay to center. Leaving it. Here's O'Reilly. Walks it. Fires. Saved by Bishop. And he's out to meet it. O'Reilly playing a Western Conference team. Coaches playing interconference games sometimes will do this. Lightning, obviously a very reliable trio. These guys among the top 5 and plus minus. Here's Hedman. Looks for room. Fires. And it's gloved by Varlamov. In on Varlamov. Kucherov goes backhand. Scores!
Go ahead, Chief.
I don't know if I didn't think he took it wide enough, but he did.
Just saying ho-hum because another day at the office. Easy goal.
MacKinnon 4 of 6 this year. Fake shoots. Bishop got a glove on it. Andre 0 for 1 so far this year. Swings in. Stopped by Varlamov. He tried to go 5-hole. Matt Duchene up for the Avs. Fakes. Scores.
Yeah, he just waited and waited and waited, and boy, he got it up top. He didn't waste any time.
Out of 3 in the season. He races to pick up the puck. Cuts it in Varlamov with speed. He scores!
Got more room, too. He comes away out. If you come with speed, you can really beat him to the far post.
If Bishop stops him, the Lightning win. Here comes Taylor.